BlastMusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
What's good, people? Hey, it's the girl Melikia K, Courtney, Lady Molotov in the building. How are you? Welcome to episode 99. Can you say 99 with me? 99 with me. Y'all, I call myself bringing a fun drink with me today, and I grabbed a little thingy, whose name we're not going to say, and the straw popped off the thingy. Anyway, we're going to be grateful. Oh, there it is. I found it. How are you? We're going to start this episode like we always start episodes, with gratitude. I'm in a jovial mood. Let me make sure I can be heard. Hold up. Before we get too far down the road. You can hear me well. Perfect. Hey, how are you? You push these buttons. I could give it a minute before folk pop in. I am in thawing mood. Can somebody please explain to me who did it? Who sinned and caused the Illinois to freeze over? Who did it? We need witnesses and confessions because it is so cold out here. Anyway, gratitude is how we start our SXP MetaMorphosis 365. Welcome to this growth podcast, episode 99. And I am grateful. I'm super grateful to have made it here with y'all today. One, I'm beyond excited and elated that we have made it to 99 together. That is 99 excuse removing episodes, right? Can't say, I can't afford to grow. I don't know what to seek or what to learn. Well, I need this specifically. It's all in there. Sip on my half a drink. Okay, love. So thank you to my Sunshine Cromwell, who is amazing. I love her a lot. And she actually introduced me to the Blast family. Was talking about my back in a good way, saying those things. Hey, what's going on, people? Hey, happy Tuesday to you. Hopefully somebody got some tacos out there because, yeah. And happy St. Patty's Day, people. Folks who are out there passing out the green and the other green. Enjoy your life. Live your best life. Okay, so gratitude. Today we are talking about the necessary, like literally so simple. And when I say that, I have had a week, y'all. Okay, so from last week to this week, we had a good weekend of SXP 3-Day, which is the women's 3-day experience. And when I tell you, there's nothing like when women come together and really have the conversations that we need to have. When we open up and stop with the BS, quit hiding behind something or the other, and start speaking the truth about where we are, what we're feeling, how we are healing or not, how we are viewing life. Okay, it is a beautiful thing when the grown folk come together, because we were like literally, the group was about 30, I think 31 was our youngest, and then our eldest is 75 this April. So I serve a wide age group because of what I teach, and probably because of how I love. That might actually be more accurate, and that's fine too. I'm good either way, because it is for me to love you back to life. All right. So we were in the transmutation bag. We were in the confession bag. We were in the open and honest. My heart is bleeding. I feel like I'm dying bag. We were having the conversations that are meaningful and that matter, so that we could hold one another's water. Step one. We talked about community, and it is so important. There were new women who were invited to our sisterhood, and it is important to have a community. And I will start with those questions in the lens of what is necessary. Talk about the necessary in the lens of what is necessary for you. All right, because this is a growth podcast. You fit the growth. All right, pen, paper, let's go. What or who do you believe, feel, rehearse, habit that you need? Like, what is necessary for you? Have you taken the time to consider that? Have you taken the time to kind of look at your life and see what is working very well? That is a beautiful place to start. What is working very well? What is so routine and so lodged into habit that even if something popped up, you would still be able to continue in that great habit and have progress, productivity, success? All right. So that's the first spot that I will encourage you to start looking in your mind and in your heart. And there's part of me that's like praying. I'm like, okay, God, I thank you. Sovereign divine God, we welcome to this conversation. It's not often that I feel that press right there to do so, but Christ is always welcome. Step one. All right. So where are you finding the necessary filled? Okay. Won't move over to the second. When it comes to what you are needing next, what you are needing now, you are able to put that contrast. This is what is working. This is what I needed. I put it in place. I'm using it. Get the picture? So now we're moving. We have a rubric. We have a foundation. We have a means of looking and saying, hey, listen, this worked. I got proof. All right. Isn't it good to have our proof? So you can look at where you were able to identify a need that you had. You can look at where you were able to resource that need and fill it. You can look at where you were able to build habits. And if you're paying attention, I'm building you a choo-choo train, okay, that you can drive and have some fun with it, right? And you were able to look at that and build the habits from it. And then you were able to move into and live within the parameters of the habit that brought you success. So if you're pathing, path that. If you need to go back and press play again, do that too, okay? So darling, when I say that you are necessary, you are necessary. Being with my sisterhood was necessary. It was for us to get together and peel, like peel it all off. Now we meet twice a year. Second weekend of March, second weekend of September. And if you haven't been to a SXP in person, allow me to make this moment that I invite you powerfully to come attend. If you have never, come let your hair down with a group of mature women who ain't about that stupid, like we NDA so that your business is not spread. We don't do that. We hold our sister's heart and our sister's water, and we love one another, speak to one another, pray for one another, get the picture. So if you don't have that in your life, if you've never had that, because I did have some ladies that expressed that they never had that it was the first time for them experiencing that. I'm sorry. You know, it is the world we live in, and that's okay too. What's up, Brody Cat? Hey. Y'all know I'm pushing these buttons real quick. So I'm using the StreamYard today, and that comes with another set, which is probably why I'm spoiled to just grabbing my phone, going live and doing it over there, which I really do love. So I do encourage you to go, if you are on Blast or the other 12 locations, it's like 12 other locations that I stream to. Okay. If you are on any of those, you do want to follow me at Melikia K Courtney on YouTube. Find my channel, because there are some things that will not be shared on Blast, just so we're clear. There's some messages that you won't catch on Blast, which is awesome. We love Blast. Yay. But do understand, go ahead and hit my channel, find the playlist, SXP MetaMorphosis 365, and work through that playlist. Do not pull up. Well, let me put it this way. Some people are auditory learners. If that's you, cool. Pull up, hit play, listen. For those who need to write it and engage the listening, do that. You are doing that with this in mind. You're gleaning from what you hear. Everything won't apply, right? I see the 6-7, that's cute. However, much will. So you eat the meat, you spit out the bones, all right? Get your learning in, get rid of your excuses. Don't you want to have an amazing year? Now let's talk about the necessary, about what this year is. This year is the acceptable year of the Lord, like for real. When I tell you October hit and all I could feel was amazing, I'm like, 2026 is going to be amazing. Does that mean that it comes without challenges? Does that mean that you won't experience loss or sadness? I'm not saying that. What I am saying to you is this is that spiritual opening door. This is that year where you can press and do. All right. You needed something you even desire or just wanted. Okay. Don't stand in the want. Don't get lost in the need. This is a possession year. Go get it. If it is that you are seeking to pivot into that new, do it. Do it responsibly. I'm not saying we're not going to go quit your job and you have no 6 months, 3 to 6 months of your expenses saved up. I am not encouraging you to do that. Do not put my name on foolery. All right. What I am saying is take your steps. What you can do responsibly, respectfully right now, do that. I don't instruct or encourage folks to go running off on diet stuff, but if it is that, it's time for you to adjust how you eat in that matter of a diet, not a 5-day and 20-day. If you're going to switch it up, this is a great time to switch it up, like literally right now. Pursue your passions, check out them hobbies, the things that you have skills and gifts and tools innately, spiritual gifts. It is time to tap into those. This is the necessary. We're talking about all the necessary things today, and I am going to get to the point that you are necessary. We're going to have a conversation too. All right. So in the line of necessary, it just came to mind with you guys. Like it just totally clipped my thoughts. So we're going to jump into you being necessary, because I guess that's where we need to be right now. We'll go back for the other. All right, darlings. So in the contrast of what we began with, where you are now, I would like for you to do me a favor. Lean back, close your eyes. And I would love for you just to begin to think how many people in your life need you. Run it through, like need you. They depend on you in some form, fashion, or manner. Like get in that thought, okay? And it's not to call up a resentment. This is not to call up a judgment, none of that. This is not that. If you feel pissy about somebody that comes to mind, you can deal with that after this. But for right now, we want to just literally look at the lens of who is needing you and what do they need you for. If you are mommy and daddy, you have kids, you already know. You are primary, you are gatekeeper, you are guard, protector, foreseer, prayer, warrior. Like you are all in the many of the things for your seed, as it should be. Okay. If you are worker B, you know your role, you're integral to your position. How many people depend on you to do what you need to do? And if you don't do what you need to do, they can't do what they need to do. All right. So family, work, let's move it into your spirituality or your religions. If you are not praying for your people, if you're not clearing for your people, if you're not laboring in the listening, because sometimes you don't want to hear it, and I get it, but if you are not being present in that relationship, is there someone else who's going to do that instead of you? Will that need be met? Begin to understand the many places that you are needed. All right. There's a balance in that thought. One, the bookend is your energy. Make sure that you are not extending beyond what you are able to meet. That is for your safety, for your mind, for your health, for your body, for your peace. All right. Same time, where you are needed and you have been given energy to provide and be the resource for that need, show up and show up in this lens. Not that I gotta, not the attitude, not the I resent, none of that, because it does not feed you and it does not return the energy that you need back after expending. Love, show up in the energy of I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be needed. Okay, I'm grateful to be needed. This is not the take advantage conversation. If you are being taken advantage of, that ain't necessarily need. That's flat out just being taken advantage of, okay? And it is up to you to use your discernment, get your prayers in and pay attention and ask the questions that are needed. I've had some wonderful conversations with some humans, and I am not sharing that behind the scene, but what I will simply say is this: there was some clarity that came about with a guy friend of mine who was asked for a large sum of funds, and I loved the response, the wisdom in questioning, right? Because you get to ask, if somebody comes asking for anything, you get to ask them why, what for, and when. Okay, when it's coming back, if it is on loan, things like this. So be mindful in your practices. Yeah. Same time, be grateful. Be grateful. If you are someone who is in position that can. I saw something crazy today, and we fit talk about the crazy I saw. This lady was mentally challenged, I think, to say kindly, and she was living on the streets clearly from the things that she was caring about. And XYZ, y'all get the picture. I'm from Chicago, hood street life. I know when I see. Okay, great. Trust me. So either way, she was trying to get food. And I had my headphones in. I didn't hear what she said initially. I just popped it in, was listening to something. And then she said what she said, but not to me. Either way, someone else heard her and was like, come here, let me do this for you. So he did it for her. White looking dude. He's Spanish, yada yada. She came and sat with him to get her food. When I tell you, she started cursing them out and calling them everything but a child of God. I mean, just totally went in a wild way. And he was so hurt by the experience. And I sat and I talked to him. Kiss it? Want me to kiss it? I'm fit to kiss a boo, y'all. Come here, let me kiss it. Because we have a boo boo. Okay. Look at the healing occur. Okay. So, went off on these people. Now, her tail was in need. Her tail was in need of some food. But I can't judge it. And I can't call it, any rudeness or anything, because she clearly was mentally challenged. And what I tried to help him understand in that moment was, listen, what you did was beautiful. It was generous. It was a gift. It was kindness. And we ought to be kind to one another. And because we are kind to one another, and here's your point, don't mean that whomever you're being kind to is going to be kind back to you. Can't say that to you and still be loved. Okay. So measure your expectations when you are doing what you are doing for people, when you are the necessary. All right. And that's okay. Again, I caution you to make sure that you are, I can't see what that is. I caution you to make sure that you are moving within your means. All right. And that you are mindful of what your needs are while you're meeting someone else's needs. Get the picture. All the kindnesses, talking about the necessary, and you fall right within that scope. Y'all, I got notes, and I keep notes because I teach in a lot of different areas, and I kind of just want to stay on track. So your presence, to understand that when you walk into a room, you are able to affect the energy of the room. Like, have you ever noticed when you walk into the room, if you are in a particularly jovial mood, when you walk into the room, you light the place up. Like, you make the difference at the parties and the gatherings or the conversations or the meetings. You make the difference because of your presence alone. You ain't even got to say nothing yet. You're just there, and everybody feels better because you are in the room. There is a peace that comes. There is a exhala that is able to happen because of your presence. You are necessary, and we got to talk about the necessary things. You are necessary. All right. Your energy. Let's move to this side of the scale. What if you walk up in there and you a little bit ticked off, a little bit mad, body posture on angry? Same. And again, this is really directed to everybody. And I'll put a highlight asterisk with parents, because it is that your children, when you walk in and begin to pay attention, if you haven't, and this is adult children or rearing years, when you walk in the room, what occurs? Is there tensing? Is there oohs, ahs, and peace? One of my favorite things to do is walk into the room with my squishies, who boo-boo I just kissed. And I'm okay, says boo-boo, that's my squishy. The joy, the elation, and I feel the same way when I walk into the space and I get to see my squishy faces. There is a burst, there's light, because we know we about to goof off and have some fun. All right, so you know who you are. And it is beautiful however you come. Just come as yourself and understand that you do. Your energy and your presence alone, you shift rooms. You shift the understanding. And let's talk about the arguments. My folks who find themselves often engaged in arguments. You can shift the argument yourself. You don't need the participation of the other person who wants to argue. You can shift it yourself by your responses, by your choices, by your decision making. If you decide, hey, I ain't arguing, you can sit there and argue with yourself. Cool. And I'm gonna be over here and be happy. See, you shift. Your energy is strong enough to do that for you and anybody else or any other room that you walk into. You are the necessary. Please keep that in mind. Write that down. Write that down. All right. Honesty. Do you understand that someone else's breakthrough is tied to your honesty? It is something that I heard real heavy on with my children when I was rearing, and then the grandbabies. Same thing is very important. Very important. We ain't lying for what? All right. The only thing a lie does, digs you a hole. Digs you a hole. All right. And you're leaving holes as you move along, and people can fall right in them. Do not waste your energy, because again, it is about you, right? And what are you built of? I ain't gonna get into that right now. All right. Don't waste your energy on lying. Don't waste your powerful words and your ability to create on lies, because you are crafting them and you are causing them to become, in some form, they are either becoming a deception, they are becoming a pitfall for you in a relationship, they are becoming a block along the way somewhere. So do not engage that. Okay. Understand that your honesty, like literally by you being honest, like those women were this weekend, when I tell you, it was, and I'm not an over fan of this word, but it's just true. It's very clear. Breakthrough after breakthrough, breakthrough, aha moment, back to back. Okay. So it was because they were willing to be honest. Like it blew my mind, and I wasn't the only one to speak on it. There were many women who talked about it, about how, because of the women's heart and willingness to be honest about what they were going through and what their story was. And when I tell you, some of that stuff will make your soul shake. Okay. But because of that, the growth was, man, I don't know the word, I would say immeasurable maybe, but I like to measure. So I'm going to get the full measure. I'm just that person. But it was profound. That's where I will land it. It was profound. So someone else's breakthrough, their doorway through, their aha moment, their discernment, their understanding, it is tied to your honesty. And I encourage you to be someone who shares your story, share yourself. Let me share this with you too. Like I said, well, how about soul? So what I taught was soul: share, own, unleash, and live. And that was part of what I taught on Friday night. And it's the whole weekend was about work release. Went in there, did some work in the spirit for folk, and just help people get their life back on track. Okay, a little love here, a little love there, nothing like it. And when we went through the soul exercise, where every last person, like nobody got to hide and nobody got to pretend, oh, I'm fine. And mind you, everybody's okay, all right, but there's still more growth. There's room for growth. I'll say it like that. So either way, we went through when everybody took their own time. No one was rushed. I put enough hours to the side to make sure that we had plenty of time to get it done, and then we did. And okay, good. When I'm done, we'll talk. Okay, cool. So everybody took their time. Nobody was rushed. And we went and did person by person. I took a full prayer list. We prayed. Volunteers, nobody forced. Like, again, this is not an arm twisting situation. It just isn't. And then from there, I gave homework. And the homework was literally to go and encourage. Go and encourage. And it is the necessary. We're talking about what's necessary. You are necessary. All right. Let's get back to the list, because I want to make sure I give you guys all of this. Prayers. So I mentioned the prayers. You are. And here's the truth of the matter. What I share with the ladies for SXP, Sanctuary Experience is my company. So what I share with my sisterhood and the brothers who are part of it too, you guys are a dream come true. Like, for real, a dream come true. I had a vision, dreamed about what it would look like, worked to build it out. And 5 years in now, 2021 we started. So March 21st was the kickoff for what occurred. And then July is when we had the first in person. So, but the mastermind started before then. Get the picture? So we've been at this for a minute. And I gotta say, I know it was prayer that helped to lift this, to carry this, to sustain it. Got it? To lift it, to carry it, and to sustain it. All right. So, love, we need prayer. It is not optional. And let me say it this way. Yes, I got some friends who do not believe in the God. They don't. But some folk who are spiritual, some folks who believe in sovereign divine God. Okay, wherever you fall on the field of belief or spirituality, for those of us who have a practice, pray for you, pray for your children, pray for your spouses, pray for your friends, pray for the walk down the road, pray for the car, pray for the traffic, pray for your country, pray for the actions, pray for the leaders. For real, it is that time. You are so necessary. Your prayers are necessary. All right, encouragement, the listening ear, be that example. And when I say I taught soul, it's share, own, unleash, and live. The slash of the live is love. And the offer to the ladies was you lean in where you need to lean into. If you need to lean further into love, then lean more mentally, emotionally, creatively into love. If you need to lean more into live, then do that. All right. It is a beautiful thing just to be able to reflect while I'm here talking about it and think it through at the same time and staying focused on these notes. It's a I don't know, it's beautiful. I think that's what it is. It's beautiful to be able to facilitate amazing women and men in the other aspects of SXP. And y'all, in this aspect of SXP, episode 99, I'm excited. Like, I'm super excited. And the 100th episode is next Tuesday. We are going to party. We have some people coming through to say hello and have a chat about this experience with a podcast. Those who came on, a few people came and hung out throughout the, is it 2 years now? I don't know. It's been a minute. But some folks who came to hang out throughout this mystical magical experience are going to come back and hang out with us next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you come back too and bring a friend. I'm looking forward to that conversation. And it's set to be a fun one because I am in celebration mode. That's all it boils down to. I very well may pull a whole week of act out just to enjoy the compounding. So I had SXP 3-day with the women. My grandson turned 16. I'm out and about wandering. 17, he turned 16 yesterday. So today, St. Patty's Day, gotta go see the river, wander about, have some food downtown. So I am in celebration mode. And I think that that's necessary. There is much work that I do, and I know I am not much different than you. Those folks who are driven, ambitious, productive, visionaries, sighted, and ready. So it is wonderful to work and create and to build. Oh, and the book went live too. Big week, okay? And then next Tuesday, like from Tuesday to Tuesday, I'm just going to rock star it. Why not? And celebrate, because this was work. This was work. Me and Rihanna was hanging out. I love it, though. It was necessary work. All right, SXP MetaMorphosis 365, this very growth podcast is necessary work. It was definitely an encouragement to spiritual at that. when God pull up on you like, hey, did we agree we were gonna do XYZ? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm willing, I'm on this. What do you want me to do? XYZ on the numbers, XYZ on the growth. Okay, fine, I'm willing. Make a way. Not even a good week, 2 weeks. And I got folks on my phone talking about, hey, can you do a podcast after I ran for 3 years? Yeah. 100th episode coming next Tuesday. Gang, back to this. Your story. This is why I'm harping on you sharing your own personal story, like the women did, like I did, and we do. And I am a speaker too, so it's probably in me to press that out of people. Public speaker for years, but your story, it gives permission. It gives permission to other people to feel and to live, and it helps them understand they're not alone. They're not going through alone. I got to get with my family too over the weekend as well, and just to sit and talk to the women. Like women sat down, we had a good time, and to see where things were and to check with our men what's going on with them, right? So your story, it gives permission for people to evolve, to grow, to move beyond what they're living in and believing in. It is a highlighter. Your story could literally be the key to unlock the door to someone's next growth, their next yes, their next elevation. So do not be stingy with your story. Piss on the embarrassment. Who freaking cares? Nobody care like that. And folks, we're built on stories. If that's not how we think and create, we are built on stories, built on images. All right. So be patient, compassionate, and generous with yourself. If it is that you need to sit down and organize your story so that you can share it in a manner in which it can be received, right? Do that. Pen and paper style, not clickety phone, not clickety computer, but pen and paper style. Sit down and handwrite out, because that, I promise you, will help you to streamline some thought. And while you're putting your story together, bear this in mind. I had a human in my life who would share stories, but it would go from 0 to 60 very quickly. 0 being the lighter things, 60 being fifth circle of hell. Okay? And do not take people to the fifth circle of hell for the sake of being in the fifth circle of hell. If it is a part of your story, sure, share it, but be mindful not to traumatize the people that you're sharing it with. If it is that you have not gotten over it, then you need to get professional help. And I'm not saying, hey, get over it. This ain't that. There's an over and there's a through that we need when we're processing trauma, grief, loss, hurt, confusion. When we're processing those things, and there's no shame in it. Get the help you need. Same time, back to the point, share your story. Even if it's little by little. You don't feel comfortable telling everything? Cool. Start practicing. Talk. I had a conversation with some folks who were, oh God. And I love people. And sometimes I just scratch my head. I really do. Want friends, but won't talk to nobody. How does that work? Want close friends, but won't trust anybody. How does that work? I had a conversation with the family of the weekend, and we were talking about my auntie was here, y'all. I'm my auntie. And it is a pull-up and a confession time. I'm telling it all. And my auntie is so patient and so for real about it, because she's going to tell me the straight up truth. There's not going to be any mincing of words and no coddling. None. All right? I love my auntie. If you don't have an auntie like that, a friend like that, a love like that, I encourage you to get one. At least 2, 3. The best you like a wifing, same. Ain't gonna play with me. It's gonna be the truth. And I am the same way. I'm that way for several people, because that is love. It's necessary. It is necessary for me to be honest with you. It is necessary for you to be honest with me, flat out. And the in between don't work. The gray doesn't work. The lies don't work. The ego doesn't work. The cover-ups don't work. It's a matter of time before it rip and it is exposed. There may be some things that you fudge and and feel like you got away. And it's a matter of time before your mouth, the spirit, highlights it. So just move in honesty and tell your story. Forgive where you need to be forgiving. That's another conversation. Go back and press play a few episodes back. Moving down the road. So one of my favorite people on this planet is an amazing, the way she speaks it is generational curse breaker. The language I look at and I think through, okay? I understand the language, I know where it came from, and it does get the point across. What I'd love for it to have added is another perspective, okay? Another lens in which to look at it. I do not believe that we are cursed or under any type of curses. I don't believe that that is the case. What is true is we are bound in habits, and we have passed on some of that binding in our genetics, okay? And there are some things that we can untie. I speak it this way, untying the knots in the spirit. I am untying the knots in the generation. I am untying the knots. And does not take the war out of the process and move it closer to peace. I sit down, I grab my shoes, boom, 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 tie them up, gang. Right? I sit down, I untie my shoes, I take them off. Okay, it is peaceful. It is habitual. I'm moving in a rhythm as opposed to having to break a generational curse. No, am I saying do not move in that way? If that's how you move, move how you move. Move how you move. Do what works for you, because that's generally what folks tend to do. And at the same time, while you're doing what works for you, I am going to ask you to consider, is that the only way it works? All right, again, back to talking about the necessary, back to touching back into the energy, back to touching into the importance of who you are and how necessary you are and where you need to show up, right? Where you are needed, and you can't show up where you're needed if you've not shown up for you, if you've not made you necessary, if you've not protected your energy. Okay, keep it moving. So when you move to untie those knots in the spirit, it is that you are shaping your family dynamics forward. It is that you are maturing emotionally, and you are creating new emotional habits that are going to serve you. They're not going to sabotage you and affect you poorly, send you off in the wrong direction, give you the hard time that you ain't looking for. Get the picture? So examine your habits, because your habits will tell you everything about you. Your habits will tell you the truth about who you are when you believe you are this or that or the third. Your habits gonna be like, either yes, it's exactly who you are, and your habits reflect. High five, let's go. Or it's gonna be sitting there with your habit eyebrows back at the hairline, like, all right, cat, I hear you, but them habits don't match. All right. Again, that falls back into the honesty. It's so important. It's so important because it doesn't just stay in one spot. That sour note, it just permeates through life if you allow it to. All right, back to it. The outcomes are shifted as well when you choose to untie those knots. Untie the knots in your behavior, in your languaging, in your unavailability, in your energy, and how you move, in your habits. Think through each. Go back, press the replay, and go slow through it. I know I'm banging it out, but I don't want to miss anything. Okay. Bang, bang. One of my favorite truths. I loved how I hear the universe, right? And the one verse in it, and it's a beautiful thing to me. I've been exploring for years, science mind. And I was thinking through the frequency that every voice carries. Like, have you ever just really close your eyes and listen to the people around you and hear them and feel them speak? And that might be a little bit different woo-woo, but be woo-woo with me real quick, okay? Who is your favorite voice to hear? When you get on that phone call, like answer the phone, hit the hello, and that voice just slides up in your ear, and it's like, whoa, it's so nice, it's so welcome, it's so warm, it's so peaceful, I'm so happy and I'm enjoying it, right? So who is that for you? And in that, that's where I can plug your understanding in of, we all carry our own frequency. Each and every last one of us have our own frequency that adds to that one verse, that one unified verse. Okay. So I talked to you guys about our energy earlier. Like, this kind of ties into that for those who are open to understanding it. All right. So be mindful of how necessary you are. And here's another lens to look through. If you've lost someone that you've loved and their voice is no longer available to you, i.e., you don't have a voicemail, you don't have any video recordings or any videos, period, like you have, that voice is no longer available to you, you're able to feel the absence that it's left, right? And then you rely on the other sensations and memory to bring you the piece of that person, right? That presence. Yours is as important. All right. Just another side note to encourage you to share your story and to speak kind, beautiful, positive things. Say you're necessary where it hurts, when it aches, where it cuts, where it's broken, where it needs to be fixed. Say you're necessary. Same time, make sure that you are getting some good hours in beauty, love, patience, kindness, forgiveness, fun, F-U and the N. Get you some playtime. Person, go play. Play in the cold. That's what I did today, y'all. All right. To be known, to be known. Your voice, it carries your spirit. All right. Share you. Please don't be selfish with you. All right. And number probably 8. Let's see. I think I kind of expressed that enough. All right. This is to be shared. For those of us who are leaders, when you are withholding your voice, you truly are. You are shrinking what could be expanding. Okay. You are shrinking what could be expanding when you choose to not speak. When you choose to not open your mouth and say the things you need to say, teach the things you need to teach, be brave enough to talk to yourself in the mirror. Those who are literally divine to be leaders. Do you know how much more beautiful this world would be if you would but open your mouth? My singers, oh my ever God. There's so much I want to say, but I do not want to go too far off the reservation, so to speak. But I do want you to explore this conversation. What I do is I do my best to bring you a pool of places to think, okay? You will find that throughout the entire podcast, I've presented you with many, many places for you to sit down and think. Yes, I've given you tools, tricks, trade, the whole nine of it, right? Game. Same time, it is for you to go through and listen and hear what is for you, let it resonate with you, and put it to use. That is the point. If you put it to use, you build it into the habit that we talked about, build that into the habits, you will find your growth. Point after point after point, you will find your moments of release and your ahas and your oh God and the breakthrough that you're looking for. Right here, right here, right here, for the cost of paying attention. Right? And I know some folks can't even do that. I know some folks have a very hard time paying attention. I get it. But it still doesn't mean that it's impossible. If you can only pay attention for 5 minutes, then make it the best 5 minutes. Listen 5 minutes, then push pause, then come back and take another 5 minutes, right? At one point in life, all I could do was seconds. All I could do was get to the next second. I knew the next task. I knew the morning needed, all right? And I built life back from seconds. So I know that I am amazing and you are amazing too. So if I can do it, you can do it. Period. So I'm not one for excuses, I guess. I'm really not. I understand circumstances, But when it comes to excuses, nah, not one for that too much. Just not one for that too much. Reasons. I deal with some reasons sometimes, but we can do better. So that is what I encourage us to do better. All right, let me get to the next point. Yeah. I know that part. Let's see. Yeah, I want to share that. All right, you are becoming, and I think I've made that point. When you go back and do your reflection, when you look at the need and talk about what's necessary, really have the conversation with yourself. You move through each tenth that I've shared with you, and you come to understand you are still becoming. That is beautiful. Please do not let anyone judge you for becoming. I know folks who were 50, 60, 70 and took on new paths of life. I'm talking whole careers right quick. Do you live your best you life as you see fit, because you will be the one giving account for that life that you lived. Nobody else is going to give you account. It's your job, period. Okay. So don't let anybody interrupt that. You're still becoming. You're not behind. You're not late. As regardless of whatever your age is, you are still in process, and that is fine. Okay. Do not let anybody poo-poo on your progress and your process. Nah. And as far as pivots go, if you take it with my media, you can see pivot after pivot after pivot. What I did not do was go and try to hide anything from my pages. I have people, some of my coaches wanted me to go and take stuff down. For what? I am exactly who I am. I have made the transitions that I have made. I have made pivot that I made after pivot. And it is for me to share that with you, because this is life. Like, this is life. It comes quick. Sometimes it comes hard and fast. And with this, the hit like Mike Tyson, life be after, not out to get you, but after you to get you ready. And I feel that way. Like, life got me ready for this moment. And let life get you ready for your moments without judging it, without letting people pee on your process. Don't do it. Okay, resilience. That is a heavy thing to say, especially when I'm talking to my youth. It is a heavy thing to encourage people to be resilient when it feels like the world is above your head and it's breaking into pieces and falling on you. Like big whole chunks of the world. Bam. And then someone want to look at your face and say, you are resilient. Be resilient. I know there's a whole lot of nerve. I get it. And sometimes you may want to absolutely blitz and go off, but let it fall into your ears in that beautiful frequency of encouragement. And to know that someone is seeing you and encouraging you to stand anyway. All right, to stand anyway. And I ain't saying it's gonna be easy. I ain't never told that lie. I can say that it can be simplified. There are some things that we make harder than it needs to be. It can be simple, not necessarily easy. All right. So let it fall on you like encouragement. I do encourage you to be resilient. I do encourage you to let it be water. Let it pour over you. Do not hold it. Don't be the bucket. Let it pour over you and fall. Please empty your buckets. The things that you are holding on to, that you're carrying through life. Beautiful conversations that I've had over the past 5 years concerning SXP. And even before that, how about I got 25 years under my belt with domestic violence coaching and resources, okay? Awareness as well, and service, social impact projects, masterminds, podcasts, other show, blah, 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 like, and poetry show. So I'm not kidding when I say this, like, it's, your resilience is evidence, okay? If you look back through your life and you find those moments, like I encouraged you to do earlier, you find those moments where you have had that success that you can map, where you built your framework out and this worked. It is your evidence. All right. So if you need to reflect on your evidence, you go right ahead. If you need to pat yourself and your mind on the back, go right ahead. Be your biggest cheerleader. Be your biggest encouragement, and don't fall for needing the rah-rah. And I think I'm gonna leave that kind of like right there. Regardless of what occurred in your life, in my life, to point, we are right here, right now, and in this very moment, all is well. In this very moment, we are sitting here, we are chatting it up. You had pen and paper, I hope, taking some notes, listening and learning. All is well. There is nothing wrong. There's nothing awry. All is well. All is peace. All is in this particular activity. Okay, right? The things in the memory. It's not happening right now. The things that you want and desire. It's not happening right now. In this right very moment, you can tend to the evidence of your resilience. You made it. You made it. Kudos. Keep making it. All right. Be resilient. It's not this ain't random. All right. This ain't random. All right. Last point I want to make. You are not an accident. You are not accidental. We are talking about the necessary. Love, you are necessary. You are necessary. You're here. You've been here all this time. In your earthly skin as this personality with the name that you carry in right now, with the gifts that you have and possess, and these skills that you've acquired or innately possessed and built upon, your lessons, like the way you've lived, the people you've loved, all these wonderful things that make you you. Could it possibly be an accident? Like, could it possibly be an accident? Because I don't think so. Like, I don't think so. To see the beautiful timing and synchronicity of things and life, find you're amazing. If you're not feeling amazing, you're not feeling great, you're not feeling worthy or wonderful or confident, I dare you, triple dog dare you with sausage, to go back and look through your life and find your moments of resilience. Let that be your freaking evidence. Look at the people who need you, who you love, who you serve, and let that be your evidence. Look at the boss moves and the bang, bang, bang job you do with the work around you and those you serve in your community, in your church, in your life, in your family. Let that be your evidence. Like, start collecting your evidence for real, and have that necessary conversation with yourself that you are necessary. You're needed here to do great things, and you're capable of doing great things. All right, no excuses. With the calling that's on you, with the lessons that are on you, the life that you've lived, there's someone that you could truly love on and help. What do I do for work when I'm asked? So simple. I love people back to life. How to do that? Well, I do it in a lot of ways, many ways, and it is wonderful. But one of the major ways I do that is just sharing my story. Simple. I say it's easy because my story ain't easy, but it's simple. Okay, you are necessary. You are not optional. If you live in your life and you're playing as an option in somebody else's life, go ahead and close the door on that option. Don't be optional for nobody. Cool. Wrap that up. All right. You are not replaceable. There literally is only one you. There's only one you. And if you are not handled and treated well, you have decisions to make. You have choices to make. Choices first, then decisions, because you stand on your decisions. Your choices is when you're working through your option and working through your mind on what's what. When you decide, let it be done. And stand on that. All right. I just wanted to offer you these loving reminders of how necessary you are. It is necessary. It is necessary. It is necessary to talk about the necessary things, to share my heart concerning you with you, and to remind you of how beautiful and wonderful you are. It is for you to be reminded that sovereign divine God sees you and you are loved, heard, seen, known. You matter. You matter. You matter. And next time you walk into a room, it ain't even got to be a room full of people, but the next time you walk into a room, folk, notice how they are affected. Take the energy with you of joy, of peace, and curiosity. Take it with you when you go to a room, and see how the people around you are affected before you say a word. Give yourself time and see how you affect the space. Learn how wonderful you are. Go gather your evidence and sit down if you need to in the mirror and have a talk with yourself about the necessary. and how necessary you are. All right. I think I shared everything I want to share with y'all. Yeah, that was my point. That was the whole point of tonight. Talk about the necessary, share those things with you guys, and help you to start digging. Because I don't arrogantly say, oh, this is the be all, and this is all you need. Let this be your beginning and middle. Dig, dig, dig. It's time to start chewing the meat and spitting out the bones. Do your work to grow. If it is that you are like me and you love to grow, it's so important for you to grow. And it just popped into mind the caterpillars that are in the other room. There are 11 caterpillars growing in the room over here, and they are freaking huge. Can I say that? Except for the one little bit. To be able to witness their metamorphosis is wonderful, and I would love to be privy to your metamorphosis. I encourage you, email me the good stuff. When you go through these podcasts and you do your learning, well, go on and email me at lifeissanctuaryxp@gmail.com. If you know that you would love to participate in the 3-day that's coming up in September, the second weekend of September is going to be in the Clearwater Indian Rocks Beach area. If you'd love to come sisterhood with us, the women, it's only for the women. You want to come sisterhood with us for 3 days, that Friday, that Saturday, that Sunday, and experience an all-inclusive. You pay one time, and all of your meals and your lodging are included, and some snacks, because we like to spoil folk around here. I like to spoil folk around here. So if you want that experience, and you know you need to be loved back to life, you'd like to deal with some of the issues of loss, you'd like to deal with some of the issues of loneliness and traumatic experiences, you like to deal with them spiritually, okay? And with sisterhood, yeah, get in touch with me quick, because I keep it small so that we can have intimacy, a really great, rich experience of intimacy. So it is deposit time. Folks are getting their deposits in. You should too. Okay? All right, where are we at? What else is to be known? I'll see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for SXP MetaMorphosis 365. I might even load up a video of the caterpillars just so you guys can see. I'm not sure, but that's a possibility, because I'm blown away by how big them things are. And it's just fun. It's a great experience to have. Okay, so today I got to have my squishies, and they graciously gave me some time to come be with you for a podcast. And I would like to return to them and give my hugs and have my playtime, because fun is important to me. It's definitely one of my top things, top 3 actually. Okay, so I learn that way. I teach that way. If you are not having fun, and I encourage you to go have some fun. And all right, I think I put the other there. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm just making sure I put all the things on this screen. Okay. Back to pushing buttons. Y'all know I be pushing the buttons. I'm going to push the buttons. Okay, so everything is present. Everyone has everything that they need. I am Melikia K. Courtney. If you're looking for me on social medias, you'll find me on Instagram as Malikia.LadyMolotov. I am a spoken word artist. Newly recorded. I'm an author. Several works I sell directly, e-books. I have decided, and it's a decision, so there's no going back on it, to load 2 books into Amazon, one of which is there, Priestly Goddess. If you haven't got a copy, go get it. I did. There was some alignment question marks, but we'll talk about that with KDP. And you have the option to grab it in e-format. I will make it a paperback. And then I'll also be sharing, I'm telling poems and stories to help ease the lonely mind. I will also share that on Amazon as well, coming soon. All right, other than that, you're welcome to get to me directly for all 8 of the other titles, so actually all 9. And we can have it up, the conversation, chop it up. If you're looking for a keynote speaker, we're talking pivot, we're talking growth, we're talking love, we're talking about the business that begins in the body. Mindset, identity. I'm your person. Reach out, lifeissanctuaryxp@gmail.com. And then if you are looking to have some fun with some poetries, come join us for Partners in Rhyme on a Friday night. It is on Clubhouse app. We get in there about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is a good time. Airtime, I will tell you out the gate, grown folks zone. It's a grown folks zone, all right? And come 9 o'clock, it becomes a grown folks zone. So if you are not comfortable with being an adult and hearing adult things, that might not be the space for you. And that's okay too. Continue to pull up right here for SXP Metamorphosis 365 Growth Podcast. Be sure to follow me at Melikia K Courtney over on YouTube. That is my channel title. I goof off on Snapchat too sometimes. I like their filters, they're fun. And over there, I think I'm Cherokee Noir. That happened way before whatever, and it's fun. So find me there if you like. Don't post too much, but it's fun. So I am on Facebook too. All right, so you have all of my locations and no excuses. If you'd love to work with me one-on-one, you know you need that for real dig and that good work done and the sister to walk by your side and love you back to life, you have the option of texting COACHME. COACHME to 321-443-2495. This is for serious folk who are ready to engage me professionally, i.e. pay for your services and receive coaching from a licensed professional. Okay? That's who that's for. All right. I believe in accountability. I have told you this. That's all for you. I love you. Have a wonderful, beautiful week. I'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you so much, Scott, for handling chat. And I think I put all that up, right? Thanks for pulling up, folks. It's good to see you. And I do apologize for those who I can't see the comments on the other apps. But I'm sending you all kind of love. Let me know you're there. lifeissanctuaryxp@gmail.com. I appreciate your time and your attention. And I'm confident that this right here will cause great growth. If, capital if you take it seriously and engage it. All right, put it to work. Ruby. All right, yo, I have to hit the mystical magical button now. Bye. Do. There we go, I think. I don't know. There.